Some objects hold stories. Others hold something far darker. A child's laughter trapped in an old toy, a painting that watches back, or a mirror that never forgets the face it once reflected. Over time, these things stopped being just things. They became something else. Tonight, we unlock the vault of the world's most haunted artifacts. These are the top 10 haunted items in the world. Number 10. Death and the Child. In 1889, Norwegian painter Edvard Munch faced the memory that haunted his entire childhood. His mother had died when he was just 5 years old, and years later, that memory took shape on canvas. The painting was called Death and the Child. A little girl stands beside her mother's deathbed, frozen mid-scream, her eyes wide with terror. Munch said he could still hear the coughing, the silence, the moment when everything stopped. Over time, the painting gained a strange reputation. Gallery workers claimed they felt dizzy near it. Today, the painting hangs in Norway's National Museum, but even there, curators speak of an unease. Some say the child's eyes shift slightly under dim light. Maybe it isn't a haunting of ghosts, but a haunting of grief itself. Number 9. The Bassano Vase, 15th century Italy. In the quiet hills of northern Italy, sometime in the 15th century, a silver vase was crafted, beautifully, perfectly, fatally. They say it was a wedding gift for a young bride. That same night, she was found lifeless, the vase still clutched to her chest. The family called it cursed, and the vase vanished. But centuries later, it resurfaced, passed from collector to collector, and each one met the same fate. By the 1980s, local authorities sealed it inside a lead box, buried in an undisclosed location. Somewhere beneath Italian soil, that silver still sleeps. Number 8. The Black Orlov Diamond. The Black Orlov, a diamond said to have been torn from the eye of a Brahma statue in India. Its history is as dark as its color. From the moment it left the temple, misfortune seemed to follow. In 1932, a New York diamond dealer who owned it jumped to his death. 2 Russian princesses, connected to the gem, also died under mysterious circumstances in the 1940s. Dealers eventually recut the diamond into smaller stones, hoping to break the curse. But some curses are not so easily shattered. Even today, the Black Orlov retains a shadow, a reminder that some treasures demand a price. Even shattered, the curse still shines. Number 7. The Conjured Chest. In the hills of Kentucky, there was a chest that no one dares to open. The chest was crafted in the 1830s, a gift for a newborn child. But the chest's creation was marred by tragedy. Jeremiah Graham, displeased with the craftsmanship, beat the enslaved man Remus to death. In retaliation, fellow enslaved individuals performed a hoodoo ritual on the chest, carved with symbols meant to protect, or perhaps curse. It has been called the Conjured Chest. The first victim was Graham's own infant son, found lifeless after being placed in the chest. In the 1940s, Virginia Carey Hudson Cleveland sought to break the curse. With the help of a conjure woman named Sally, they performed a ritual involving a dead owl and willow leaves. Shortly after, Sally died, the 18th known victim. The chest was eventually donated to the Kentucky Historical Society in 1976. Today, it remains on display, a silent testament to its dark history. Some say it's just superstition. Others say the curse lives on. Number 6. Annabelle. In the 1970s, a seemingly harmless Raggedy Ann doll arrived in a student's apartment. At first, it was just a toy, but soon, strange things began to happen. Notes appeared, asking for help. Objects moved on their own, and an unsettling presence seemed to linger wherever the doll went. Shadows shifted in empty rooms. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren eventually took custody. Today, Annabelle sits in a locked glass case, a warning to anyone who dares get too close. Some believe the doll is possessed. Others say it's simply a vessel for something far darker. Some toys should never be played with. Number 5. The Dybbuk Box. In the early 2000s, an antique wine cabinet appeared at an estate sale in the United States. Inside, some believed, was a Dybbuk, a restless spirit bound by ancient folklore. The box brought misfortune to its owners. Nightmares, sudden illnesses, strange odors, and even hallucinations were reported. Objects would move on their own. Lights flickered, and some who came near it reported a chilling sensation, as if something was watching, waiting, and aware. Eventually, the box was sold online, accompanied by a warning: do not open, do not keep. Beware the spirit inside. Some boxes should never be opened. Number 4, the haunted music box. In the dimly lit corners of forgotten estates and antique shops, there lies an object both beautiful and unsettling: the haunted music box. These delicate instruments, once cherished possessions, have become vessels for stories that defy explanation. In Australia, within the crumbling walls of the Larendel Mental Asylum, a music box was discovered. Its haunting melody would play on its own, echoing through the abandoned halls, as if the spirits of the past refused to be silenced. Across the ocean in the United States, a vintage clown music box, intended as a gift, arrived in a state of disrepair. The package, appearing as though it had been crushed, led to whispers of paranormal interference. Owners of these music boxes have reported eerie occurrences, the ballerina spinning on its own, and a pervasive sense of being watched. These tales, whether rooted in reality or legend, remind us that some melodies are not meant to be heard. Number 3, the Myrtles Plantation Mirror. In St. Francisville, Louisiana, the Myrtles Plantation holds more than history. It holds secrets. Among its antiques, one object stands out: an ornate mirror said to trap the spirits of those who met tragic ends on the plantation. Visitors have reported seeing faces in the glass that do not belong to anyone in the room. Cold spots appear near the mirror, and sometimes faint whispers or footsteps are heard, as if the past refuses to stay silent. Paranormal investigators have spent hours documenting activity near the mirror, capturing phenomena that defy explanation. In this mirror, the line between reflection and apparition is blurred. Number 2, Robert the Doll. In a quiet museum in Key West, Florida, sits a doll. His stitched smile never changes. His glassy eyes never blink, yet visitors swear he's alive. The doll once belonged to a boy named Robert Eugene Otto, who called it by his own name, Robert. According to family accounts, the boy would speak to the doll for hours, but when his parents listened outside the door, they heard another voice, responding. As Robert grew older, the stories only grew darker. Neighbors claimed to see the doll moving from window to window. Objects in the house shifted overnight, and those who mocked it suffered. When Robert the Doll finally arrived at the Fort East Martello Museum, staff began to notice strange events. Cameras malfunctioned, visitors fainted, and every week, new letters arrived. Apologies, written to the doll itself. "I'm sorry, Robert. I didn't mean to offend you." Because some believe that Robert remembers every insult, every laugh, every flash of the camera. And if he doesn't forgive you, he finds a way to remind you. Even silence feels watched in his presence. Number 1, Busby's Stoop Chair. In a quiet English village, an ordinary wooden chair hangs from a wall, suspended, untouched. It's known as Busby's Stoop Chair, and it carries a curse that has lasted more than 3 centuries. In 1702, Thomas Busby was sentenced to death for murder. Before his execution, he demanded one last drink in his favorite pub. He sat in his chair and spoke a final curse. "May death come swiftly to anyone who dare sit in my chair." From that day on, those who ignored the warning paid the price. Soldiers, workers, strangers, dozens of lives cut short, each one with a single connection: the cursed chair. When the deaths became too many to ignore, the chair was removed, chained and hung high on the museum wall, beyond reach. Today, it still hangs there, still waiting, still watching. Each of these objects carries something: a story, a presence, a curse. So if you ever find yourself alone and something starts to move, don't look away.